Saturday night. Morocco just beat co-host Canada 3-0 to reach the World Cup quarterfinals. And here's the problem. Nobody outside Morocco saw it coming. Again. Because this team has quietly become the most dangerous side left in this tournament. And if you're not paying attention yet, you're about to get exposed. Everyone remembers Qatar 2022, when Morocco became the first African and Arab team to ever reach a World Cup semifinal. What people forget is that this current run isn't nostalgia. It's not the same old team living off one miracle summer. This is a rebuilt, restructured, tactically sharper version of that team. And it just walked through one of the toughest groups in the entire tournament, unbeaten. Let's build the case. Start with qualifying. Morocco went 8 wins from 8 in CAF qualifying, scoring 22 goals and conceding just 2. They finished 15 points clear of second place. That's not a team scraping through. That's a team dominating before the tournament even starts. Then the group stage, drawn with 5-time champions Brazil, plus Scotland and Haiti. Morocco took 7 points from 9. A 1-1 draw with Brazil, a win over Scotland, a 4-2 win over Haiti. Against Brazil, winger Ismail Saibari opened the scoring in the 21st minute, played through by attacking midfielder Brahim Diaz. Vinicius Jr. equalized soon after, but the statement was already made. Morocco can trade punches with the best attack in the tournament. Then came the knockouts, and this is where it gets serious. Round of 32 against the Netherlands ended 1-1 after 90 minutes. Morocco won it 3-2 on penalties. Then, in the round of 16, they didn't need penalties at all. 3-0 over co-host Canada, in front of a home crowd desperate for a different result. So here's the reframe. Most people watching these results think Morocco's story is about individual brilliance, 1 or 2 stars carrying the team. The real story is structural, and it starts with the coach. Mohamed Wabi runs a high-pressing 4-3-3, the same shape he used developing Morocco's youth sides before taking the senior job. Let's put it on the board. In this system, right back Achraf Hakimi isn't really a defender. He's an extra attacker who starts deep and sprints forward the moment Morocco wins the ball. Last season at his club, Hakimi produced 11 goals and 14 assists on his way to winning the treble and was named CAF's African Player of the Year. Defenses know he's coming. They still can't stop him. Here's why. When Hakimi overlaps down the right, he drags the opposition's winger and fullback both toward the touchline. That opens what coaches call the half space, the pocket of grass between the winger and the center forward that isn't clearly one defender's job to cover. That's exactly where Brahim Diaz and Bilal El Khanous live. 2 creative players who don't wait out wide. They drift inside, into that gap, where a backline has to choose between tracking them or holding shape. Either choice hurts the defense. Track them, and you open space behind for Hakimi's run. Hold shape, and you're giving Diaz or El Khanous a free touch facing goal. Meanwhile, in the middle of the pitch, Sofiane Amrabat sits as the deepest midfielder, and his job is unglamorous but critical. While Hakimi bombs forward, someone has to cover the space he leaves behind. That's Amrabat. He slides across into the right-back channel the instant Hakimi crosses the halfway line. So, on paper, Morocco attack with an extra man. But defensively, they never actually go down to 3 at the back. It's a shape-shifting system that looks like a gamble, but is actually disciplined insurance. And here's the twist most fans are missing. Morocco's biggest strength right now isn't their attack. It's how little they concede while attacking this aggressively. 2 goals conceded across an entire qualifying campaign. 1 goal conceded in 90 minutes against a talented Netherlands side. 0 goals conceded against a host nation with a stadium full of noise pushing them forward. That is not luck. That's a coaching staff that figured out how to attack with 6 players and still defend with what is functionally a back 4, recovering shape in seconds rather than minutes. Compare that to teams who chase highlight reel attacking football but leak goals in transition, and you start to see why Morocco keeps grinding out results that shouldn't be this comfortable. There's also a squad decision that tells you everything about how ruthless this coaching staff is being. Youssef En-Nesyri, the striker who scored the winning goal against Portugal in 2022, didn't make this squad at all. Neither did Sofiane Boufal, another hero from that run. This isn't a team clinging to old heroes for sentimental value. It's a coaching staff picking the players who fit the system right now, even if that means leaving a World Cup match winner at home. That's how you know a team is being built to peak in this tournament, not to relive the last one. There's one more piece of evidence worth putting on the board before we get to what's next. Look at Amrabat's positioning across the Netherlands and Canada matches. He rarely strays far from the center circle, even when Morocco are camped in the opponent's half. That discipline means Morocco's backline almost never has to defend a genuine 2-on-1. Compare that to knockout upsets earlier in this tournament, where teams got caught with fullbacks stranded upfield and paid for it in transition. Morocco simply hasn't had that problem. And it's not an accident. It's a rule the coaching staff drilled into this squad long before the tournament started. That's the difference between a team that gets hot for one tournament and a team built to sustain a run. So what happens next? Morocco now moves on to face the winner of France and Paraguay in the quarterfinal on July 9th. That's a brutal potential test, likely against one of the tournament's most talented attacking rosters. But every team Morocco has faced so far was supposed to be a tough test too, and every single one of them found the same problem. You can't just out-attack a team that defends this intelligently, and you can't sit back either, because Hakimi and Diaz will find the gap eventually. So next time someone tells you Morocco are just riding 2022 nostalgia, remind them of this. Nostalgia doesn't beat the Netherlands on penalties. Nostalgia doesn't put 3 goals past a host nation in the round of 16. Structure does that, and right now, Morocco's structure is built for another deep run. Be aware of Morocco, because if this system holds up for one more match, the Atlas Lions won't just be repeating 2022, they'll be surpassing it.